Merry Christmas. I'm lighting the Christ candle. For the first time ever as a pastor, we've had to cancel Christmas Eve and Christmas Day services. The weather and the roads are pretty risky out there in Mount Vernon, Ohio. We quickly posted on the church Facebook page a link to a wonderful Christmas Eve service that we did in 2016. It's fun and powerful, and lots of folks enjoyed it back then, so we thought we'd replay that. And I thought I'd also provide a short, I guess you could call it a homily or a vlog. I love the Christmas season. I see it as a living hologram, a crystal ball of the potential for humankind. It's not in clear focus. To paraphrase Paul, we look through a glass dimly. The oily, filmy things like greed and commercialism obstruct the view, but by God, you can see it, you can feel it, you can sense it, you can even breathe it this time of year. The potential for humankind is glimpsed. Love fills the air right now in this season. All the love to family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, and strangers is awesome, and it has the raw and glorious promise of our potential, and it looks and it feels and it smells good. Our senses like soaking in that type of love, so much so most of us have fond thoughts about Christmas triggered the rest of the year when we just catch a whiff of a peppermint or see a plump white bearded man or touch a sticky pine tree or have a Christmas tune just pop into our head in August. Christmas is more than culture being saturated with love. It's the proof and the promise that we can be a better people. We care, we can give, we can love one another more. Christmas is evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that love matters. Love makes a difference, that we can make it much more a part of our lives. And love in that way is transformative. It happens every time. During the holidays, Christmas narratives are about all of this power and promise of love stuff. And every year I preach about Mary, Jesus' mother, during Advent. Protestants have a habit, I think, of pretty much only thinking of Mary as the miraculously pregnant lady who rode on the donkey into Bethlehem on Christmas Eve and then kneeled before him in the manger with a proud and fond look of a new mother, which is great. But Mary was so much more. She has this great song in the Magnificat about radical love. And nowadays we sometimes argue about whether Mary really conceived the child without a human male partner. And a lot of people love the part of the stories in Matthew and Luke about Mary being a virgin, and many Christians are very comfortable accepting that is literally true. Not all of us do. I personally love it as a metaphoric truth that Mary, like Mary, our conception of Christ is between us and God. I'm not a minister who insists that believing Mary was a virgin when she gave birth to Jesus is essential to the faith. When it comes right down to it, I don't know how opinions about Mary's virginity are critical to what following Jesus is ultimately about. It's not critical to the love that we experience this time of year either. What matters all year long is that we believe in love and in loving. That's essential. For Christians, what ought to matter above all else is that the way Jesus created and Christ still creates, and how that way helps us do those two things, to believe in love and to believe in loving, to in essence spread love around. And that is exactly what I see happening at Christmas in our culture. There's this great month of increase and out loud and in action, believing in love and in loving and doing both and celebrating both a whole bunch more than we do the rest of the year. It's remarkable and it's beautiful, and I unashamedly adore it. And a part of my love for Christmas is that clunky, ordinary people like you and me are doing it. We're making a difference. We're helping bring about the breaking forth of the reign of God right into the world in a very real, tangible way. Peace on earth, goodwill to all is what we, as frail, broken, imperfect beings, want and believe in and make strides toward achieving with more love in our lives this time of year as we follow Jesus' way and celebrate. So I say, even though you can't be here tonight with me, I want to make it clear that you are loved and matter much. Merry Christmas.